Most of you don't know me, so Tom asked me to tell a little bit about who I am. My name is Paul Larudee, and the best way to identify myself, I think, is I'm a troublemaker. I'm one of the organizers with the International Solidarity Movement, whom you may know through my colleague Rachel Corey, who was unfortunately killed in 2003 by a bulldozer in Gaza, and Tristan Anderson, my colleague, who is now fighting for his, not so much for his life, but for recovery now in a Tel Aviv hospital after he was struck with the tear gas canisters, which many of you have experienced. I'm also involved in the Free Gaza movement, which we sailed boats into Gaza for the first time in 41 years last year, and did so a few times since then. So let me ask you, what is a troublemaker doing at this kind of function? Well, I'm in the company of troublemakers. Mary McAfee was a troublemaker. Tom McAfee is a troublemaker. His entire family are troublemakers. Many of you are troublemakers, and in fact, this church and this religion was founded by a troublemaker. So, I think I'm in good company. Now, I'd love to accept Walt's invitation to go to Palestine. Unfortunately, I'm too much of a troublemaker, and they won't allow me in. But I want to say that my association with Mary began actually at this church. 4 years ago, this church invited a function of the International Solidarity Movement. Two of our allies, Jonathan Pollock, whom many of you know, an Israeli troublemaker, and Ayed Borra from the village of Budrus, who is a big troublemaker, and one of the most prominent nonviolent leaders in Palestine, came to speak here. And that's where I met Mary. And I met Mary again and again over the years since then. I don't think we were in Palestine at the same time, although in 2006, I never quite made it there. I got into the airport, they threw me in jail, and then they threw me out. I'm not sure whether that was the same time that Mary was there or not. But we never met up. But I did see her often back here. Obviously, we ran in the same circles, those of troublemakers. So it was it was something of a surprise when earlier this year at the Golden Gate Bridge, she and Tom showed up. It was a surprise because it was right in the middle of her chemotherapy. And she was a bit fragile, and for her to come out on the bridge there to demonstrate on behalf of Gaza with the rest of us, with the wind and the chill going through her fragile bones, it was rather exceptional. I missed a chance to tell Mary about our current projects to send an airplane to Gaza and a larger ship, and to gather Palestinian exiles to exert their right to go to their home, regardless of what Israel may or may not say. These are some of the projects that we have coming up. But I know Mary would approve. How do I know? Well, one of the most memorable things that about that I hold in my heart right now for Mary is that on September 29th of this year, after a long hiatus, the Chronicle finally published another of my letters. And it was a letter saying that when we are concerned about Iran's development of nuclear weapons, then we should treat it the way we treat all countries that develop nuclear weapons, such as Israel, by showering them with foreign aid. So I got a call, an email from Tom saying, how satisfying. Paul, I read your letter to Mary this morning. She smiled and whispered, I love Paul Larudee. Well, I love Mary McAfee too. And Tom is about to show you some of the proof of Mary's dedication of that walk on the protest march on the Golden Gate Bridge. We love you, Mary.